Good afternoon from Bali, everyone. It's Anifa Menon from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, I thought I would start this new series about the educational gaps in service industries. And of course, that means that the service we receive then is based on learning that has had educational gaps, because by now, lots of people have learned lots of things, and there are some significant gaps that are showing. And then it results in the service industry itself being not very stable, and then helping people who are not very stable. And this is what I'd like to start this series with in terms of educational gaps. I thought I'd start with this quotation by Sri Aurobindo, and it says, "What men call knowledge is the reasoned acceptance of false appearances. Wisdom looks beyond the veil and sees." What men call knowledge is the reasoned acceptance of false appearances. Wisdom looks beyond the veil and sees. And so we can see today, we can see that people can go through lots of education, and when we learn things that have been brought forward from the past, and then we look at them in the present, and then we combine our current understanding, and then we create our future. And this is knowledge. We're just always adding onto what we know or we think we know, and if something changes, then I add in that change today, and that changes how I understand it tomorrow. Wisdom is looking beyond this technical aspect of, okay, what are the dates that these things happened, and who did these things, when did they happen, and where, and all of those sorts of details. And it goes beyond that veil to see the depth, the essence of things. And in this aspect, we can see that lots of people can get degrees, or can get diplomas, or can get education certificates, any type of education. Yet wisdom sees that sometimes you can learn all of the same information. 100 people, 1,000 people can learn the same information. And how it's actually practiced is different. And we know this, so we don't have to have that written down, that everyone is going to practice a little bit differently because you'll process it differently. But do people get to understand this about themselves? Because most people are just happy with a title. If I've achieved a PhD, then, well, you know what, I'm so much better than the BSc. So in that way, to understand this wisdom, understands that even a BSc can actually have much more understanding than a PhD, for example. Yet both of those might have no understanding of how to apply things in life, but might be very book smart, and that's wisdom to understand also. I came across this next quotation, which I thought you could reflect on, or we could all reflect on. It says, "Pure truth, like pure